Hello. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I was muted. Um, can you guys hear me well, please? Can you guys tell me if you guys can hear me? Hi, babes. Bye-bye. That's my son. He just is running around. You hear me? Okay, good. Hello, babes. How are you? Sorry for the delay. My boyfriend wasn't feeling well. He was like throwing up, so that's why I wasn't debating if I should go live or not, but he convinced me to do so. So that's why I am here. Give me 1 second. I forgot to get my tablet. I had it charging, so I'll be right back. I just want to see the comments up close. It's quite hard for me to continue to reach. I don't get to read it completely. So give me 1 second. Let me just go grab it. Okay? Be right back. I'm back. Just let me go with the chat. It was just dying, and I just didn't want my stuff to die. Be 1 second, babes. Sorry for that. Again, I was debating to, I don't know, come in or so because my fiance was sick. He was not feeling well, and I was like, do I come in or not? But he convinced me. He convinced me to come in, and I forgot. So, okay, there we go. I get to see everything because that's like the thing that I like. I like to see the comments properly. How is everybody doing, by the way? I hope everybody is doing good. So we're gonna go with a general love reading, as the title says. So hopefully my son is gonna be like at ease and he's not gonna be screaming. So we'll see. Hey Karen, so I'm doing all right. I don't know what happened. Like when I woke up and I went to the grocery store because I wanted to get everything done before I sit down and whatnot. I got sick like when I went out, and we returned, and he has been throwing up ever since. And I wanted to take my boyfriend, to ER or to urgent care, but he don't wanna. And my son has been like difficult today. Like he's been like upset and he just don't want. I don't know. He has those moments. Autism does that sometimes. He's very frustrated. So it's like, should I go live or should I not? So I want to just be here for an hour. So, cause it's quite harsh. But my fiance, like I said, my boyfriend fiance is the same for me. He convinced me to come and go live. He's like, no, do it, cause you've been planning it. So here I am. So we're gonna go with the collective love reading. Let's see what the universe and Mother Lilith has. So let's dive in. So we have the Devil. We have the Two of Cups. We got the Five of Pentacles. In the reverse, by the way, we have the Lovers, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Cups, yeah, he's avoiding to go to urgent care. My fiance is, but you know, if he doesn't get better, I'm gonna take him regardless, because you know. Yeah, like I'm giving it a break because he don't want to go, you know. So he said that he's gonna tell me, but he's been like not feeling well for like the past hour. So we'll see. Because again, he don't want to go. But if he don't get better soon, I'm gonna have to go. You know. So let's go. So we have here the Devil Capricorn energy, and we have here the Two of Cups right here. So we have a person, of course, who is very charming, very loving, right? But also is a player. So it's like they lack of commitment or a sense of commitment. They actually could be too playful with everybody, meaning that they like to like flirt around, and sometimes this could be confusing at one point because it's like, oh, he gives me attention, but also he or she, let's say, they don't make it completely official, like they don't tell you exactly what you guys are. I do feel right here that at one point you guys thought that you guys were something serious, but I feel like this person doesn't want to put a label on, or he just, again, I feel like he or she does not want to commit. I feel like they just don't want to commit. But at the same time, some of you can let them go because we got the Lover's energy right here, which is like a very intense connection. Some of you are convinced this could be a soulmate or a twin flame at one point. So it's like, I don't know if I should let them go. I don't know if I could let them go because the connection that we feel is like out of this world. But at the same time, you guys are not completely labeling it completely. I do feel like you guys feel this connection to be more serious, and this person wants it to be more casual, but at the same time this person does not tell you exactly what this is. Yeah, well, let's hope like he gets better. But either way, we have here the Knight of Swords and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. I also see right here that he or she makes you feel special, and he or she treats you in a special way, but it's like they come in and out of your life, or it's like hot and cold connections, hot and cold situations with this person. So this keeps you hooked because it's like it keeps you going around like in a hamster wheel. Okay, and again, before people ask me, this is for collective. So we got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have Libra energy as well. So it's a collective. So here we go, and I feel like this person could have been in a relationship, and this person just ended. They are completely single, and if they're not completely single, they're about to be single because they were on a third party situation in between you and somebody else. This is not like necessarily that they were intimate with you in any way, shape, or form, but this is more about their emotions. They were feeling confused, like they're like, oh, I want you, but I have this person right here. So is what kept them this is what kept them from giving you anything serious, and that's why they didn't want to solidify anything, because they had somebody else, and it's like they just didn't know what to do. I do feel like this person also had like a living arrangement with that individual, and that made things harder for them to walk away. And at the same time, they didn't tell you they were they could have been in a relationship, or that they couldn't have somebody else, whatever you want to name this, and they didn't tell you this because they knew you would walk away, and they didn't want you to walk away. So this was definitely a little bit selfish on their part, but at the same time they did it because they also felt the connection. Yet everything they did, of course, I'm not excusing it, they could have done it a lot better. Here we go, and we got here the King of Cups. This person right here did fell for you, and they did have emotions for you, and like it was very deep. But at the same time, with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, they just didn't want to let go of those options. So of course, regardless if they're attractive or not, the same way you could have find them attractive, anybody else could have also. So I do feel like this person was in a relationship. Let's say they just got free and they said, you know what, I don't want to lock myself down to anybody else. Yet they didn't tell you that. They kept you like going along because they did want you. It's just like they weren't ready to commit again because they just left a relationship. It could have been a years before you, but it's just like, I don't know, they were just like didn't want to settle down just yet. At the same time, they didn't want to let go of possible other options. Like they didn't want to lose all potential options that they could have. So that's why they didn't tell you how they really feel, and that's why they didn't move forward with their actual intentions with them. With the Four of Cups in the reverse right here, at one point, whenever you walked away or whenever things happen in any way, shape, or form, deep down they did feel with the Four of Cups in the reverse that that they were going to regret it, but they just didn't put attention to that. They just didn't listen to their heart. They listened to pretty much an impulse or a desire, saying like, you know what, I may regret this later, but I don't care. This is the kind of energy I'm getting from this person. With the Emperor and reverse Aries energy, I do feel right here that they said, you know what, I don't care. I don't care if you walked away. Like, okay, like they did get a little bit upset when you walked away or when you cut communication or whatever it is that you could have told them. They did get upset, but they just actually didn't want to tell you that. They want to show up off as they didn't care. Like, oh, I don't care if you're mad at me, or I don't care if you stop talking to me, I'll be fine. But deep down, they were very upset. Deep down, they were not very happy, but they didn't want to tell you whatsoever because we are dealing with somebody who is stubborn. Let's see. With the Devil again, Capricorn energy. Then we got the Queen of Swords in the reverse, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, the Sun, Leo energy. Thank you, Mother Lilith. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn again. The Ten of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. We also have the Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the Seven of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as well. And we have here the Eight of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and at the bottom we go back with the same card, the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. We have a very strong Gemini. So they actually try to play it off with you or with this or with whoever, like you were one of the people that they encounter, right? But they were very charmed by you. They were very, very attracted by you. They started freaking out because they started to realize that they could have want something more with you, in that you will actually bring happiness into their life. They started to experience some sort of hope, but at the same time, again with the Hierophant in reverse right here, we got here. Sorry, I should have Five of Pentacles, but it was the Hierophant in reverse. Taurus energy. It's because even though that they recognize what they felt, they recognize your value right away, or whoever value, they said, I'm just not ready to settle down. I'm not ready. I don't want to be in a relationship. They didn't want to be monogamous, to be honest. That's the main issue. They didn't want to be monogamous. And if they were with you, they wanted an open relationship at the time, because again, they just got out of a situationship and they wanted to experience freedom, but at the same time they didn't want to let you go. And this is just very messed up of them, because you didn't want that and they knew that, but at the same time they wouldn't let you go, and this is what they were dealing with, or you were dealing with, honestly, with the 10 of Wands. And then we have here the Chariot in reverse right here. I do feel that some of you could have like do as much as you could, but this connection started to weigh down on you, or weigh down, and it, like, in general, and it was something that you realized, or somebody realized, that it was not moving forward. Things wasn't moving forward. And at this point right here, you say, like, I'm not here to deal with this BS. You did what you could. Things were not moving forward, so that's why you stopped talking to them, and that's why you moved on. I do feel that they did not expect you, or expect the person to walk away. This was something that for some reason they didn't see it coming. At one point, they I feel like they were acting like you were going to sit and wait for them forever, which which is not true, which is not what it is. But I do feel right here that they thought that you were going to wait for them forever, which is cray cray. And with the eight, are you okay, puppy? And with the 8 of Wands right here, I do feel like they did not expect you or whoever to cut them off as fast as you did. Um, at the same time, we got here the two, like the Lovers, the 2 of Cups, and the High Priestess in reverse. We have a Pisces energy, very strong Pisces energy, and Gemini energy right here. I do feel right here that they thought like the love that you felt for them, or the connection that you felt for them. Thank you, Barb. I do feel like they feel like the connection you felt for them um, was enough to keep you waiting for them, for waiting around. And once again, once they realized that their pride prevented them from coming towards you and maybe apologize to you, or maybe try something, because they did feel hurt when you stopped talking to them, or whenever you walked away, whatever it is that happened. But at the same time, they were too proud and too stubborn to pretty much do anything about it, or say anything about the situation. With the Ace of Cups in the reverse, ever since they have been dealing like with a little heartbreak, and I do see that their ego got hurt. But with the Moon right here, Pisces energy, they continue to not talk to you, or at the same time not do anything. This is everything because of pride, because they say, well, you were the one who stopped talking to me, like, what the heck, you know what I'm saying? But they know that with the Star right here and the Queen of Swords, they know that you are the dream come true, and you are the person they always wanted. But once again, they refuse to show any sign of weakness, or any sign of being vulnerable. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, it's actually the pizza. It's like a tarot card. Like, look, it's like the tarot. I got it on Five Below. They have very, very dope tarot cards. They even have tarot cards fresheners for the cars. You know, like the little trees that we hang for scent in the cars. They have literally tarot cards with scent. Like, they have the sun and I think the world. It's very funny. Thank you. I know they have a lot of like tarot stuff. They have a lot of books. They used to have like tarot cards, but I couldn't find any this time. They had just poker cards, which I don't need. I have enough of them. Oh, it is, Karen. Definitely, it's a very cool place to go. Like, if you're on a budget, and they have very good things, like very good quality. Not gonna lie, for the house and everything. I even got some shorts for summer. There today. I know. It's the next. It's better. I feel like it's better than Old Navy, because Old Navy, even though that is pretty dope, and they could have very good prices. Sometimes I feel like their clothing gotten like repetitive. Like it's cute, but for kids most likely, but for adults, I feel like their stuff got very repetitive and overpriced. Like especially their earrings and all that. It's like you can literally find what they sell for like 20 at Amazon for like half of it. Hey. But yeah, I wish I can go to New York one day when I can afford traveling, I can go. They don't have that. Yeah, I'm burning sage. I have an incense over here as well as Palo Santo. I actually in Wisconsin we have tons of Five Below, like in different corner, and they do the pickup option, which is pretty dope as well, and they also do like the delivery. But I like to go in because when I go in, I tend to find things better. Yeah, I do a mix of like I have powder incense and powder Palo Santo, and I mix them up, and they actually not only smell great together, but also work amazing for for the vibes and whatnot. I actually don't even go to the mall anymore. I just feel like the mall has they no longer have the vibe it used to be, and I feel like the mall no longer carries clothing that I like. Maybe because I'm older, but I don't even find things for my son like that I like. I feel like I find more stuff on online though. Oh my god. Karen, oh my god. Actually, you know that I live in Wisconsin, and I was seeing like it's TikTok was saying it because you can really find info anywhere else, at least what I was looking for. But and Wisconsin is also in like the red line because of like what happened in Ohio. And I'm glad that that I have a filter for my water because they said to be careful with the water. I can't. I will. I want to move to Florida. Like I really am over the change of weather over here. Like I'm so tired of the change of weather here. Like I would love to move to Florida, and also it's so close to Puerto Rico. It will only take me just a few hours when I go to Puerto Rico, and it has been like 10 years I've been there. It's like 10 plus hours, and two planes. And this is just if we are lucky to not get any delays. You know what I'm saying? So, and with my son, with his autism and whatnot, is gonna be more complicated that I used to be when I was just me. But I'm so ready to move to Florida. I promise you that I would love to go over there or to Miami. It's just like I don't know where to start. I have a cousin over there, but he's so busy with his life and his wife. I don't want to bother him. But I would love to move to Florida. Like I miss the beach. I miss the weather. I miss being able to see my family without such hassle. No, I know. I bet like Florida weather is cray cray, but I live in Puerto Rico for 20 years, so I feel like I'd be okay. I think I'll be okay. That's why I want to, because I want to be able to fly, and it's so simple and it's so cheap. They have the best and the most cheap flights over there. Here, I could actually it could be 2,000 per person just to go over there. So it's like I would love to move. or at least somewhere closer. But I'm done with Wisconsin weather. Like, I always get sick, always, because the change of weather, it could be overwhelming. But anyways, as I was talking, we have the page of wands and the page of cups in the reverse right here. So I do feel right here that this could be I don't know why I see two different people here. I feel like this person, and I'm not saying that you have to take them or anything, like, do you? But they're in between two people right now. I do feel like at the same time they try to replace you, they try to find your vibe or find somebody like you and other people. And this is something that obviously they're not gonna say out loud and or admit to anybody, because of course, but they're clearly looking for lookalikes. They're looking for people who they consider that look like you, or that in some way to perform some characteristics could be like you. But the fact is, like, there's nobody like the original, boo boo. Your memory is there, and I do feel like the fact that you took your power back whenever he or she did not expect when you did it, that this caused a big dent, and this actually caused them to value your absence. And I know it's a little bit out there that they did not value you when they had to, but sometimes there's people, and I'm not actually saying that is the right thing. Sorry guys, let me move this. I'm not saying that this is something that I applaud or say, hey, he did it right or she did it right. I'm saying that sometimes, and this is like something that happens often, some people, I'm sorry guys if this is noisy, some people sometimes value you once you're not there anymore. I just moved my mic. So this is something that they're dealing with right now, and they're actually saying like, oh my gosh, like, okay, I lost this person because of my actions. And I'm saying that they know everything. They know like they messed up, but they have such a stubborn energy that they don't want to. Here. Sounds like, yeah, yeah, Jean, yes, definitely. Like, a lot of people that I know, that I don't know a lot of people, but I know some people. They're from Europe, like they're from like Albania, Germany, France, um, a lot of Albanian. I know a lot of Albanian people too, in Germany, from Germany, and they're saying that the weather in Greece also, and they're saying like the weather, like, it's not as cold here as over there, but I'm like, it's cold for me. Oh, great! But yeah, I know them like politely. We're not friends. It's like, like neighbors and whatnot. And at one point, I think something was very funny that because I don't know, when I wear my hair like straight and all that, and I don't speak, I don't know, people feel like they're like, oh, you're Italian, and I'm like, no, I'm Puerto Rican, and they're like, but you look Italian, and I don't know why. But it's funny because people ask me sometimes if I'm Italian, or they talk to me about specific food, and I'm like, I don't know much about that. I just know Olive Garden. Now, going back to this, I do feel like you guys need to brace yourself with the Strength card, Leo energy, and Justice card, Libra energy, because there is something coming towards you that is very strongly, that is going to need. Do you think so? Do I look Italian? Somebody said that I forgot what they told me, like Brazilian, and I'm like, they were speaking to me in Portuguese, right? And I was like, I kind of understand it because it's pretty close to Spanish, but I was like, go slower. But yeah, I had that happen to me like quite often, like thinking that I'm Italian, and it's because I believe it happens more when I have my hair straight. When I have it curly, it don't happen as often. That's dope. Maybe I can go to Italy instead and go and make a life over there. Actually, I can be done with this, and then we can talk a little bit. I'm almost done anyways. You guys are awesome. But either way, something is coming your way and it's gonna require your full attention. And you need to literally be the justice card. I know if you're a Libra, Libras can be a little bit like, should I not, like indecisive. But in this case, you need to be the scale. You need to be firm, and this is either or a yes or a no. There's no maybes whatsoever. This person is coming in with a proposal. They're actually coming in with an intensity, with something to give, or an offering of some sort. I do not know how you're gonna react, because it seems right here that it's happening out of the blue and you're not expecting this to happen, because you feel like, oh, it's done and done. I'm never gonna see him or see her again. But it seems right here that it's a turn on events here. Turn of events right here that is happening. That is something that perhaps you no longer wish, or this is something that you perhaps no longer wish for anymore because you're convinced it's not gonna happen. But just so you know that Judgment Day is about to happen, and there's gonna be a necessity for you to become the judge and the jury. So the divine empress energy, this is like the divine feminine. You don't chase, you attract, and now you're attracting, and they're coming towards you like a magnet. Be ready for what comes in, because this person is no longer in between anybody. They're no longer on their energy of like, being stuck on ways. They're actually 100% 100% like willing to explore and willing to show you who they really are and what they really want. I also see a possible apology coming forward eventually. This is something that once again you thought it was done, but it seems right here that they're not leaving your energies. They're not. They're still in your book of life. I feel like fate is not done with the both of you, and or the both of these people, because something needs to happen. I feel like it just needs to happen. Something was not done correctly, and I feel like this person at least needs to admit what you meant for them, because once again it's important for your self-esteem, or it's important for some sort of closure. I do feel right here that do not let this energy of the Capricorn, whenever they come, because they will have a little bit of that energy, fool you, and actually stand up for yourself, and do not actually let them run the show anymore. You need to be the one in charge, because if they come in and they want to talk to you, do not accommodate to their schedule, or let's say whatever they're asking for. Make sure under your time and under your requirements, because it is coming. I do feel that it's actually gonna happen within, like, this could be around May, July, and October for others of you, as well as June. So this is something that's about to happen soon, but not like tomorrow. Whenever they happen, just make sure to continue with control, and do not let this person to run the show ever again, because at this point you need to continue putting your foot down, because the fact that you return the energy as you took your energy back is what caused them to come in. Exactly. That could be a test as well. Do not take them back. This could be just having some sort of closure for some of you. And that's that. I feel like you guys are in this energy of like no longer like being obsessing over them. So I do feel it's gonna be more simple for whoever to deal with this decision. So at this point, I feel like this is just something to remind you that you have the power, and that you're no longer under that energy of the Empress. But yeah, I feel that's the purpose of everything. There you go. And they're gonna have to live with the consequences of their actions. Let's see what else we got. sancocho, that's delicious. Now, let's see what other messages we have. So this one says, have I lost everything? Question mark. Wrongful advice. So I do feel that as well, besides the point. This person also couldn't make the decisions or base their decision based on a bad advice. And now they're actually asking to themselves or asking themselves, did I make the right thing? Asking themselves like, did I lost everything? I feel like somebody told this individual, this could have been an advice by a cousin, friend, or whatever, told them like, hey, be more selfish. Like, even if you like this person, like, no, do it your own way. Like, don't think about them. So I do feel like they're paying the consequence of their actions. And this is what I always tell people, hey, don't make your decisions. Don't make your decisions based on somebody else's advice, because the consequences you will live are not the consequences you were meant to live, because you base your decision based on somebody else's advice, and you are going to be regretting every single one of them. And I do feel like that's exactly what they did. They had the butterfly effect of making a decision based on themselves. They should have taken a chance and they didn't. They listened to somebody else, and now they're living consequences, and they can't let you go because they didn't want to let you go. They were just very stupid and stubborn, and they listened to somebody else most likely. They want you to know, guys, that it's time to ground yourself. It says right here, they're waiting for you. This love scares me. And I also see 1111. It says, I feel the same way. I do feel like some of you could feel a little bit afraid of this love, because there's a lot of pull and push, and it's like, I don't know how much I can do this, I don't know how things will go, da 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 da. But there's a sense of being fearful of this connection. Oh my god, this lemon tea is amazing. Also says, I can't even look at you right now. They are very embarrassed based, they're very embarrassed of their decision. They're embarrassed of showing their face around you, because they know they were very stupid. We got, I am absolutely in love with you. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. I also feel like they feel hurt by you when you stop talking to them or when you walked away. Yet, it's because their real emotions wanted you to stay. Their real emotions wanted to work it out, but they were too proud and they decided to listen to somebody else. And at this point, they're also pointing fingers and like, oh, but you also hurt me. No, you did not hurt them. You did exactly what they asked, but they didn't ask with words, they ask with their actions. Like, when somebody does not talk to you, when somebody ignores you, when somebody does this and that like they did, the common sense is that somebody's going to have enough of it. And I do feel like they thought that they had more time or that you were going to wait, and now they are sensing like, but you also hurt me. They need to acknowledge that you were not going to wait forever whatsoever. Hey, Sandra. Then we got, do you even see me that way? And we also have number 6, 9, 7, and 5. Those are lucky numbers. And number 2. I also feel like they also have like self-confidence, or low confidence, I should say. And they continue to like double guess. Like, do you even find me attractive? Do you even find me attractive back then? So it's not your fault that they find you extremely attractive. It's not your fault that they actually feel that they're not adequate for you. And I also feel like, I don't know, they actually had lack of confidence. And they're like, well, you never liked me for real. Which is not even true. Your family won't like me. I don't know why they feel like your family won't like them. I do feel like they could come from a different background, meaning that this is not only about ethnicity or culture. This could also be because somebody in their family could have issues with the law, like, like some sort of like law issues, and or migratory issues as well for some of you. So this is something that they go like, what if your family don't like me because of this and that, but they never gave you a chance to even make that decision. Their energies are continuing to say, hey, reach out. They want you to reach out. Hold on, let me fix my sage. but they're constantly saying like, hey, reach out, which I don't think you are. It says right here, I could be your hero, baby. Have you ever heard that song? It's the song is called "I Could Be Your Hero, Baby." It's from I know this song from Enrique Iglesias. That is the song that I have heard that from. Is "I Could Be Your Hero, Baby." Let me type it here. You guys have to listen to it. It's hot, puppy. You gotta wait for it to cool down. No, go with daddy. Mommy's working, okay? That's a light. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. I love you. So this is the song. I kind of like the song, but I could listen to it once and that's it. It's like not my favorite song, but I don't know. This is just the song that it came through that's like connected to this person's energy. I like that song. That song actually, Gina, I really like that song. I don't know. I like it. Their energies are saying that I don't want to lose you. If I follow you, I could lose everything. I don't know why it feels like a novela here with them. They sound overly dramatic. It's like, I don't want you, but I don't want you to leave. Like, I'm afraid of losing everything, but I will be mad if you leave me. Like, they need to pick a lane. They're acting like teenagers. We obviously see the lack of mature energies. They're very, very immature. I just want space. Like, they're acting like they're honestly on high school. Like, regardless how old they are, they're very immature. You can actually make sense to it for what I have said what I have said that like they think that you're gonna wait, they want you but they don't tell you anything. This is very likely like high school actually energies. That's something that I will do when I was in high school. So we're dealing with somebody who is lacking of being mature. Yep, agree with that. Definitely. They're very, very immature. And I do feel like this energy, even though that you care for them, whatever this is quite exhausting. Because it's like you're willing to make it work and then they go around like, oh, I don't know, this and that. Like, I don't feel people have time for that, honestly. You matter. I need time for me. Like I said before, I don't know. You are so special. They have this little game of like, I want you, but not today. Like, it's very childish and actually it's very exhausting. They're coming in. I would highly recommend you to not reach out. Let them do the work, and whenever the time comes, if you want to reject them, do it with class so you can actually tell your grandkids how you did it. I know, yeah. Gossip only hurts more. I am absolutely in love with you. Ah, oh my goodness. Have I lost everything? Like I said before, I don't know. You might hear gossip about them, or they could be talking about you, or they could actually, I don't know, make a decision based on somebody else's gossip. But I feel like there is gossip involving you, whatever this is. I don't even care about it because whoever is gossiping about you, they're as childish as the person that's saying all of this. Do you even care? So I do feel like this person likes when you literally continue to beg for love and attention. This person loves when you continue to push, and they like to be the center of attention. And I'm not saying that they're a horrendous person, because I mean there's people out there who literally call aguas frescas spa water. That's horrendous. Like, when I saw that on TikTok, I almost had a heart attack. Like, bro, how can you call aguas frescas spa water? Like, that's evil. Like I saw that on TikTok and I was about to pass out. But you know, there's worse people out there. But I'm not actually see that definitely definitely they do want to be the center of attention. Now this person does have lack of self-confidence. This could come from a trauma based on their childhood trauma, other people that they met before you. Yet again, even though that I try to understand where they're coming from and where the trauma could have come from, it's not people's responsibility because it's not your fault. It's not your fault that they were treated poorly by other people and now you have to fix what you didn't broke. And that is very unfair. And they constantly want you to, like, I don't know, like push your limits, and it's a way to make sure that you're not going to leave. And this is a fear of abandonment, but at the same time, this pushing towards you, which is unfair because you have already shown everything you could even give them, causes you to leave. And they all also say, oh, everybody leaves, nobody stays. It's not that, bro. You can't push this much. And I feel like they're more messed up than narcissistic. Because narcissistic are people who like it because it comes from, because they find it funny. This person is doing it because of a lot of trauma, but at the same time, as bad as I feel for them because of it, they need to put the work to fix that. Because at the end of the day, everybody has issues caused by other things. And at the end of the day, it's not your fault because you didn't cause that. So why is it your responsibility to fix this? And this is what I'm not understanding, because I do sense their energies and they can be very, very pure, very, very nice, but at the same time their energy, how they act, right, they don't match their energies. It's like, if you love this person, why push them away? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not your fault. And I do feel like they have like this victim-ish energy, that if you were to say, oh, you're acting like a victim, they're gonna be mad at you because they don't like to be called like that. But yes, they do it because it's like constantly, it's like they wanna make you prove that you really want them. It's like they have this trust that somebody can love them, and they go like, oh, I'm gonna do everything in my power to put 10,000 challenges to make sure it's safe for me to love. Yet it's understandable, but this tends to push people away because people have a limit. And this is something that they don't seem to understand, that when they push too much, they don't seem to understand when they push too much. And you're not responsible for past traumas that you didn't cause. And they could call you even selfish because you don't want to deal with that no more. You're more than happy to be with them. You're more than open to be with them. But at the same time, if you want help, they have to help themselves as well. So putting all the load on your shoulders is not fault. It's not fair to you. That's why their energies are so like a hamster wheel. I just wish things were different. Let's see what else. Let me have you. I'm open to compromise. I just want space. There is someone else. Go, daddy. Tell daddy that you want a sandwich. So, he wanted a sandwich, and my boyfriend is making a sandwich. But he tells me and tells my boyfriend, like, he's still everybody, like, I want a sandwich, like everybody. Oh, Barb, let me tell you, my Amazon driver, I have the instructions because I live on the first floor, right? I live in a very small apartment complex. This used to be like a frat house, and I live in the first floor, and it's kind of like a maze in the way they did it. But I even put in my instructions like, hey, I'm on the first floor, and you gotta go through this hallway, and you're gonna find my door, da 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 da. They always go to the second floor, and my neighbors steal my packages because they took a photo, and I could see the door. And I go upstairs, and the packages are all gone. And I even called the police, and they said, just write down the packages and that, like, the days and all that this happened, and we'll see what we're gonna do. It's insane that nothing has been done. Yeah, they don't tend to listen to the instructions. And then you call Amazon and they like, oh, are you sure you don't have it? Have you ever asked your neighbors? Like, bro, you want me to go around the block when I don't need to do that because they clearly put it in a different door. And I'm a Prime member too, and they go like, oh, you need to go to, like they literally want me to walk around the block. Like, I'm not doing that. It's also winter. I tend to chat on the chat because chat on the chat because in the phone calls they tend to hang up. Like, I don't know why they hang up. Oh, I bet. And they break my stuff all the time. And I get vitamins and all that I need because I'm anemic. And they put it in a different door and everything gets stolen. And I do get replacements, but it's cray cray. I know, like, why is it so hard to do that? And I love Amazon. Like, I love everything. And when they decide to deliver correctly, but it's just the drivers that they don't always want to listen. And I do understand that it's hard work, and I can only imagine how much they have to drive. But just leave it in the right door. That's all I'm asking. But anyways, they're saying right here, I just wish things were different. Let me have you. I'm open to compromise. I just want space. There's someone else. Do you see what I'm saying here? They see what I'm saying here? Like, they they themselves are the issue. They themselves are the blockages and the challenges. They're making the situation harder than it needs to be. Like, they want you, but they purposely involve themselves with other people that they don't have feelings for, causing a third party that's totally unnecessary, and wanting to be with you, but at the same time they need space because they put themselves in situations that they don't need to be, like being mixing up with other people. Like what is going on? It says yes. Yes to what? Think before you act. Oh my god. I know you from somewhere. Look how funny. So this is gonna happen. So they have your number, right? And they have a new phone number. And they're actually gonna text you and they're like, is this whatever name? Pretending that they don't know who they're texting, right? And you're gonna be like, who is this? And you're gonna say who your name is, what your name is. And he or she's gonna be like, oh, do I know you from somewhere? Like, they're acting up, but they texted you. Like, we all know that's a game that they're trying to play to act like mistake that by mistake they texted you, but we all know that this was something that they planned to do. Oh, I didn't know that. You make my heart full because they do like you. It's just like they're just so complicated. I think we should slow down. Like I said before, they I don't know. Good luck with this. It's a roller coaster that I don't feel like I'm having fun. Please give me time. I never felt this way before. At the bottom, I feel the same way. Wrong advice. So I do feel like this person hasn't changed much. They do have intentions, not gonna lie. They do actually, have feelings for you, and they know that, and they actually acknowledge that. But the way they actually behave, it's not giving change. It's giving nightmare. So at this point right here, guys, you need to be careful with them. Like, they're gonna come back. You're gonna receive a text message, and it's gonna sound like a mistake, like they're trying to reach out to somebody else, or like, oh, I got a new number. Who is this? And like that kind of way. So this is a very immature energy. They do like you, but it's just the way that they approach things because of their ego is just not giving. Exactly. Like, without actions, intentions are just like a wish. You know? We got safety. Let's see what the mermaids have to say. Safety. Don't be too proud to go back to shore. Choose wisely. This says, be discerning. You don't have to keep everything in your net. Determination. It says, don't be afraid of the rising tide. It will soon recede. Generosity. We got here, what good is treasured if you keep it for yourself? I don't know what that means. Pro- Protection. It says, keep someone. Sorry, guys. No. Keep some aquamarine clothes. Mermaids here have been known to create these precious gems. Flow. Let your worries drift away. So this is the messages they have for you at the end. I want to talk a little bit with you guys. Whoever is at the end, I'm gonna actually give them a card. Whatever you guys ask me, you guys know that I don't do health or anything like that. I can do well-being and time frames. I can always give you an estimate, and it's gonna be a one card, a short answer to it, to anybody that stays, and I feel drawn to, of course. So you want, we can always talk a little bit. So I'm not doing personal readings, as I said before. I'm doing whatever I can actually at the end. Depends how I feel, how my fiance feels, because he feels sick. I can do a one card to anybody that I feel drawn to at the end, but it's not like a personal reading, because they take a lot of my energies, and I'm very tired, and I don't feel very well, and I'm dealing with my boyfriend's health as well. I'm a little worried. I miss you too. I know. It's my phone broke. I mean, my son broke my phone, to be honest, and it took me a bit to fix it, because honestly, guys, since I became a full-time influencer, like, things happen back to back to back. Like, listen, I'm not very good at keeping track of, like, when I have to, like, do my oil changes, when I have to do my license plate and all that. And they give me a letter, and they're like, oh, you forgot to renew your license plate. I had to do it last month, and I haven't even done it, so I'm using my boyfriend's car. And I'm like, holy moly, like, I didn't know that. And that that sticker, that tiny little sticker, is $130. Like, what? Cray cray. Then my phone broke right before that. Then I had a ticket. I couldn't find anybody to watch my son. My boyfriend couldn't either, because he wasn't, the boss didn't give him off for me to go to court to fight that ticket, because it was, I feel like it was not fair. It was not wrong. It was wrong. But anyways, could not find anybody, and I had a certain time. Gotta pay it. I'm dealing with some legal issues here with my ex that I've been dealing for years with a lawyer, and I hope this comes to an end finally. Once I'm done with that, I can talk about it, but until then, that's all I can say. And it's been like cray cray. All the things that I've been doing is like trying to push me back, but I continue to be here, and mentally it's draining. Physically it's stressing, like it's cray cray. But and I've been working on, yeah, but my car, what I think I was like played when I bought my truck. It had a lot of issues, and I will take it to the mechanic, and that was before my fiance, my boyfriend, and all that. My boyfriend, my fiance, which is the same person. I just call him boyfriend or fiance because it means the same to me. Um, Hey, so when I went to the mechanics when I was single, right? They will scam me, and they will actually do other things or very cheap things, and it will break instantly. And that was money after money after money, drained. And my boyfriend caught it. He's like, "Oh, we have to still fix your truck, because everything that was fixed, it was not really fixed. They were charging me a lot of money, and they were putting used things with rust." Thank you, Alice. But yeah, but that's what happened. And I bought my car in a dealership, but because it was a used car and I didn't have a lot of money, I stupidly did not take an insurance that they were offering, because again, did not have a lot of money. And I just got the car because my other car, that was, I stepped on the US like car issues. And here in Wisconsin, guys, everything is so far, at least where I lived. And if I don't have a car, I can't go nowhere. For the longest time before my son, I used to walk to Walmart, and that was like an hour and a half walk. And I would carry all my bags until one day I decided to buy a little car so I can push it. But it was cray cray. And I have people chasing me, like chasing me, like hey, hey, and I'm like running for my life with my little bags. And I don't live in a bad area. It's just like I don't know, I don't know. But I've been going through a lot since I stepped on the U.S. I finally hit this year that I feel better. Thank you so much, Karen. This year that it feels better, but challenges have been there, especially like I said before, since I became a full time tarot reader. Like you know, it's very demanding because if I don't do content, my views drop. And it's like I've been working. I worked yesterday. I worked the day before, the day before. Like I tend sometimes I work Monday to Saturday sometimes, just to create content. And I have tons of content still. I have a video that's editing. I have another video edit. I have two videos edited to be honest. And then I have other content that I actually recorded yesterday. And why do I work so much? Because I work like 4 to 5 hour days, so I can actually, and I wake up super early. Like I wake up like at 6, I start like at 7, I'll be done like at 1. So then after that, if the weather is nice, and this is all in between me pausing the video, changing my son when he gets dirty, giving him snacks, keeping an eye on him because it's like in this living room, it's pretty wide, so I can see him over here, and it's like hustling, recording, and taking care of my son at the same time. Then at 1 I'm done, and then I decide to go to the park if the weather is good. But lately it did snow. It was super cold, and then it rained, and everything was wet, so it was hard for me to go anywhere. But yeah, that's how I roll. And my days start at 6 in the morning, and then my days end at 3 in the morning the next day because from one and all that, go to the parks and whatnot if I'm allowed to. If not, I play. We play here. We get his toys and we play, and we spend a very good time. Then homework because he has homework, and then when that's done, I cook, clean, and all that. And then when he's asleep and everybody's asleep and everything's clean and organized, I sit down to edit. So it's a lot of work that I didn't know it was gonna be that much work, but yeah, I love my job at the end of the day. Then on Thursdays, I have my personal readings, and I also wake up early so I can, do them on time. And I have my lunch time and all that I always have. So, you know, it's interesting, but it's work. Like, I work the same hours, if not more hours, just to get things done. It also is hard. I was dealing with, if you guys saw the comments of a person commenting like that they don't like bubbling, like my son talking and all that, and I'm like, I blocked her because people like that is just like not even worth 2 seconds of my day. So I blocked her, but I did expose her because again, if you want to talk the talk, you better walk the walk, And as a single mom, I always get BS when I worked, but I take care of my son all the time, so he's my priority. So I mean, he's allowed to laugh and all that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God. Oh, guys, you're so sweet. You're so welcome, Mary. Lillian. Hey, today is his birthday, and I broke the silence. Oh my God, girl, I hope it paid off.
What's that?
What's that? That's Thomas. Thank you, guys. But yeah, I think it does too. Give it to Daddy. Go. The phone is dying. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Javier, el teléfono está muriendo. Back. But yeah, I also feel the same, but I feel like there's people who don't like me at all, and they just want to find an issue with everything, as well as some people may not like kids. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, I do love giving my personal readings, and I go to extend it all the time, because that's the point of a reading, right? But thank you so much. I do love my job, and I always do the extra mile. But yeah, it's a lot. So that's why in March, I closed. At least, thank you so much. Um, I am closed for three 3 weeks, meaning that that I do it once a week every Thursday. So the first 3 weeks of March, I'm gonna be closed, and then the last 2 weeks of March, or the first 2 weeks, I don't even know. It'll be on the calendar whenever anybody wants to book. But I'm gonna have some days off so I can recharge and at least have that day and just have a lazy day that I haven't had in years. Thank you so much, Lillian. Yeah, I also today was very, very interesting because I woke up early and everything, so we can actually go and grocery shop and all that. And then my boyfriend got sick when we got here. When we get out, when I went out, I felt sick. Also, like the air felt weird. I don't know. And then he feels better. But it was like I was like, should I make a live? Oh my God, really, Karen? That's awesome that you find. At least you. I know it's a long way, but at least you found it. I'm glad I was able to tap into the energy. How do you get into tarot? So, Daisy, I like you guys. I always watch, tarot readers and whatnot. It was something that I liked, and also I liked it as a entertainment, and also, you never knew, you know. And I started watching them here and there when I was younger. Then when I moved over here, with my ex, my baby daddy, when he went to work because he used to work at night, I watched them, and I was always into tarot in a way because he was so religious. I did not. Um, I did not practice it the way I wanted to. Then when I decided to, end the relationship and whatnot, the first 2 months of me being in my own apartment and whatnot, I decided to buy tarot cards. I found it funny because I bought them through eBay because at the time I didn't know much about Amazon. I bought it through eBay, and you're welcome, Karen. And I got some cards, and I also bought a book, and I started like studying the cards, and then I started to give readings to my best friend and some coworkers when I used to work at Target. And I wasn't because I didn't understand all the terms, but I was very intuitive, and every time I said something like happened, and everybody enjoyed it, and everybody said, hey, you're very good at it, you should like continue practicing it and studying more, and maybe one day you could actually do become a tarot reader and charge for this, or do a YouTube channel. And when I decided to do that, I started with Instagram because I thought it was easier, and I wasn't comfortable on camera at all. I was way chubbier than what I am right now, so I was very self-confident, like not as confident as I am today with my weight and my appearance, because my baby, I did gain like almost 100 pounds, and I wouldn't say I was thin when I was younger, but I wasn't chubby. I was like normal size, and at times I will be thinner, I will be chubbier, like that's how I always been. I'm a curvy girl, and my family, at least on the side of my dad's side, they're all curvy. So I always like battle with my weight. So when that happened, I wasn't comfortable with my weight, so I decided to do an Instagram. So I will, if you go to my Instagram, I love baby witch PR, which I'm gonna put here. You're gonna see, if you go to my very first post, they're not videos, they're actually photos. And I actually grew pretty quick. I started doing lives over there, and I started to get comfortable, and I went to TikTok, which I grew up pretty quick as well, and I did lives over there as well, until I realized, because I've been having this channel for years, but I never used it for anything. I switched the name, and I made the baby witch tarot, and which the original name was La Baby Witch Tarot in the Mundo Mistico. It was something like that. I started making my first videos, and I brought people from my Instagram here and from TikTok here, and my videos started being viewed. And one day I remember I had like 700 people. Overnight I went from 700 to 2,000 subscribers, and that's when I knew that I wanted to continue doing this, and that maybe my hobby one day could become my full-time job, because I hated all the jobs I had. I was like, not what I wanted to do, and also I needed a job that would understand that I'm, my schedule, which never happened. So that's how pretty much I started. I wanted to heal because of my ex abuse and whatnot through tarot, and I also wanted to see how, because I honestly at the time did not feel like my life was going, when I left my ex, I thought like my life was not gonna get any better. And sometimes in those moments you're like, oh, is there a light at the end of the tunnel? And I found out that through tarot I could see and have an idea, and honestly, it said that my life was gonna get better and that I was gonna be able to have a business and be happy. And I'm like, I was like, oh, I like this. Maybe I can help others who are going through situations that they don't know exactly where they're gonna, that you're struggling, if they're struggling, to have some sort of hope. And I always wanted to give hope and guidance and healing energies, and that's how I started, and or why I started. Oh my God, Elise, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. Good luck on your interview. I do remember that. I know. I do remember that you used to timestamp all of it. And I was so excited because you were like my first viewers who actually, care for me and like, help me out, because I was so new to it. And right now I know I don't always timestamp everything, but it's because I do fall asleep sometimes editing, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be sitting on my bed and I have my computer. I used to have a laptop, but then it did not work. So I have a tablet, and I edit and I sit on my bed, and I fall asleep sometimes editing or uploading. And sometimes when I said it's available soon, and I close my eyes for a second because it's like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and I just fall asleep. And then I wake up at 7, and I'm so tired that it takes me a couple hours to like feel energy so I can continue. But I'm so appreciative over that. When you guys do help me out with the timestamp, it's such a relief, and I feel so good because I do feel that I understand that it's hard to guess, but sometimes I'm just so tired. Thank you, Daisy. I'm so grateful. Oh, hi, Sylvia. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Oh, you're doing okay, Sylvia. And as a joke, because I'm like, I'm a sour patch. I could be very nice. I could be very like, ugh. But I actually did the ASMR Libra videos as a joke. Like, I knew people were gonna be like, what? And I even bought the mic, which I have it right here. And I want to do more ASMR Libra videos. It's just for fun. You're doing some cleaning. That's good. Actually, Fridays, instead of my weekends are like, is like the days that I do like cleaning. But I do clean my bathroom every like week. So it's like when I clean my bathrooms, when I dip organize everything, laundry day, like, whoa. But yeah, also I went to Five Below today. I know that I told you guys, but I also got some because I've been working out and I like how my body is looking. You know how when you work out and things change, like my face is changing, my body, my arms is changing, and it's like so. It gives me motivation, And I got some like kettlebells, like those like that looks like a little purse, because I had one, but I needed like two, like a set, and I got it today. I know, like, I tend to organize my son's toys because he has toys all over when he goes to sleep. Because it makes no sense for me to pick it up during the day because he be, like, doing the same thing right after. Yeah, I love working. Like, even though that, it's exhausting, it's like, I like working. I don't know. I just wish I can literally move to a different state. Like, maybe because I've been here for so long and I like Wisconsin, I'm not gonna lie, it's very beautiful, but sometimes I'm like, I don't know, maybe I just need to like have a vacation. Because here we don't have a beach, we got like a lake, and that lake sometimes has bacteria that you can't get in, and it has like flesh eating bacteria that you can literally get your flesh eaten by that bacteria in the water, like E. coli or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's why I don't bathe on the lake here in the summer. Like, of course, you gotta keep up with the news and make sure that the water levels are okay. But it's like, I don't know. It's just, you see, and I just miss the beach. Like, I miss it. Maybe because I'm from Puerto Rico, so. But if I can't move to a different state, I would love to move closer to the lake, like towards like the lake area. I live near, like technically, but not near enough. Really, Karen? Really? Yeah, I feel like free, like when I'm by the beach, like when I see water, like I know I'm near because literally it takes 5 minutes or so, a little bit more, but I would like to be like in a apartment that I could actually open my window and not see like a neighborhood, but see water. Yeah, at least like Puerto Rico, like when I used to live, like I took it for granted so many years because literally what and go to my school, college and all that, I have to drive by like by the beaches, right? Because it's like a whole island. And you take it for granted sometimes. And now that I've been here for almost 10 years, I'm almost 10 years. I thought I was here for 10 years, but it's almost. Um, I would say 9.5 years. I do miss it. I do miss it. Oh yeah, Barb. Yeah, I get it. They'll take forever and they will ask you the same question over and over. Because I feel like they want to make sure that we're not lying. Like, bro, if like we want our package, not the money. At least, yes, I would love Florida. Like when I was younger, I always thought like maybe one day I could, if I wouldn't, I live in a very small town, so I was like, oh, maybe I can move to San Juan, which is like the capital of Puerto Rico, or or I can move to Florida. What's that? Shush, 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 shush. I don't know what you meant, but I was like, okay, I'm doing it. But either way, I would love to go to Florida. Like, I just need to have the money to move. Oh yeah, Sylvia. Yes, they take your money. It's so funny to me sometimes, like how companies will take your money the same day, right when you pay. But when you ask for a refund because something got wrong, it takes like 8 days. Like how is it not the same thing? We're using the same thing that I used to pay, but then you don't want to give me my money back right away. Like it makes no sense. I would love to, but I also put in consideration my son's schooling and all of that. That he having autism, it takes him time to get comfortable in places, and I just don't want him to to feel a certain way just because I want to move. But I would love to move if I have the opportunity and the money and all that, because again, the economy, I will definitely do it. You know what I would like to eat today, guys? I know it's because I think my cycle is about to start. I want a pizza. I want a pizza. Oh yeah, my baby's always with me. But yeah, it's just me thinking like that. Like maybe because it's my only child and all that. But I would like to eat a pizza. I love to eat pizza that has chicken. I know it's a weird combination, but it's a combination I made when I was pregnant, and since then I kind of like it. I put chicken, onions, like bell peppers, and extra cheese, and that's when you build your pizza. And I get it from a place. This place has multiple pizzerias in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Papa Luigi's. Oof, the best pizzas ever. Yeah, I only have one baby too. I think I'm good. I don't know. Maybe one day, but I think I'm good. And the world is not getting any easier. And financially, life is getting harder. So I don't know. Like, I don't want to bring a baby that I can't, take care of. So I think I'm good with my beautiful baby. I love him so much. So I think I'm good. I'm also an only child. So I think we'll be fine. But honestly, I had such a hard day today, like harsh as heck. But I would like to have a pizza today. I don't know if I'm gonna have it, but I can wish. Another thing. One time, I got delivered, uh, a wig, and because the driver put it elsewhere, um, my neighbor stole it, and I had a wig. And the funny thing is that that's when I called the police and whatnot, and they couldn't do anything. And I see my neighbor with my wig the next day, and I'm like, I was so upset. That's another thing why I want to move. Really? Yeah, I have no brothers or sisters either. I got cousins. I'm the older cousin though. I'll be right back, guys. I need to pee and I can't hold it. I want to pee. I'll be right back. Gossiping between you two. She was wearing my wig because it's this wig that it's like a bluish wig that looks pretty fake because I buy very fake looking wigs because I don't know, the faker the better. I don't know why. And she was wearing my wig, and I was like, and I was looking at her through the window, and I'm not gonna confront anybody, especially because I was getting my other, like, my actual wig, which like sent back, like, they were gonna send me another one, but I was like shook. But now I keep an eye on all my packages because if they took it once, I was like, they took it twice. And my packages, when they're dropped here, let's say that I don't see them quickly, I want to pee in a second. They open my packages. They open them to see it's in there. There was a point that they were opening my letters, guys, like my mailbox. And I was like, are you gonna pay my bills? Because that's the thing. Go for it, boo boo. But I don't know. They were doing that, like, literally, the things that I buy, they're not that high priced. Oh, there is. And where I park my truck, it's on, like, in by the drive through. I'm sorry, not drive through. I think I'm hungry. The driveway that is like on my side, they have their own side, and they recently moved the trash cans, like, like the ones from the city, in front of my car, like the very big ones, and like the green ones with the black lid, and they actually moved them in front of my truck, which my fiance, every single day, he has to move. And that, why they do that, because it's like they want to park in my spot, which we even call the manager, and they're like, oh, that's your spot. So they want me to move what we think, because I don't talk to them, like, I avoid everything because I have a baby. I don't need drama with that. Anyways, they want to park where I want to, when I park and they go and open the lid and they want to hit my car. So I have to park so whenever it's open, like the lid is open, it doesn't hit my car because they started to dent it. Like you will think it's not gonna be dented, but when they do it with such force purposely to like hit my car, it got scratched and now it's like a tiny big dented that you can't see, but if you go close you can see. I was thinking of that too. I was like, dang it, I gotta do something. Because in my other apartment, the same issue. In this one, too. And I'm like, I just want peace. Like, I don't disturb anybody. I'm literally in my house, cleaning with my son, going to the park when we got a chance to school, and I work. That's it. And they just. And I just don't really know exactly who they are because I don't know them and I forget faces quickly.
Apple.
Apple. Oh, yeah. Like my apartment has some issues when we moved in. Like they didn't clean the apartment. They didn't clean the apartment. It was full of like flies and everything because this building or this apartment was like they couldn't get it to be rented for I guess a year or so. But either way, they said, "Oh, we're gonna clean and everything for you guys to move in." No, I had to clean it for 3 days. It was very messy. A lot of things were broken. Um, and I told them, hey, I need. They're like, oh, just make a report. We made a report, and since that day, nothing has been done. And at this point, I've been seeing TikToks about people talking about landlords, and everybody's having the same issue. They're actually, by like I think 2022, 2023 are it's like the years of like being the most expensive, like the rent, and everybody says like landlords don't care. So at this point, I can't do much. Yeah, Sylvia, like yeah, I don't get that. I do have a PO box, which is the one I have here, but sometimes it's just hard for me to get there, especially when the weather is very bad or when my car breaks down, which I explained that my car still needs some fixing. That's why I can't go too far with my car. And sometimes I just don't feel like going there, to be honest, because it's quite far. It's far from where I live. So when it's like vitamins, which is most likely what I get, and stuff for work, which literally that's what I get. I try to deliver here because I'm here all the time, so I'm like I can keep an eye. But literally, I have to have my phone or an alarm just to keep an eye. And when I have my windows, I gotta when I see the Amazon truck, I'm like have to run towards it. Oh my god! All right, I need to pee. Be right back. Wait, I'm gonna pee. Don't let him be in the camera. Ow! This wall. Mama, do you feel better now? Guys, I'm almost there. I'm just trying to turn on the incense because, bro, you don't want to be turned on. I'm turning on this incense right here, and it just didn't want to work. Oh, there we go. I'm back. I need to pee so bad. What happened? With poop? Nah. That's too much. Too much effort. Was physical. Oh my god, Karen, I didn't even see that. Did they? Oh my god, they covered it. I don't know why. Why do we live like that? Like, why is it like if they're supposed to care for people? Can't believe that. Oh my god. I'm sorry that you went through that, Karen. Also, on my talking about something else. Sorry, I'm just random sometimes. You guys know that I have my second channel, right? If you guys didn't know, I have a second channel that I want to that I actually going to be doing some vlogs and behind the scenes and whatnot. Actually, I already put the what's it called? The what? The link for that channel on my post here. And if you want to follow me, because I did actually record it yesterday, my day, like how I do my makeup, like technically putting my wig, all that. It's called Michelle Behind the Scene. If you want to check when I make the post here, because I just don't have the link here, and I was just looking for this, but I just can't find it though. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can find the the link. Because como like it's a new channel, guys. you can't really I put the link through my other channel right now. So this link that I just sent is from my second channel. So as I was saying, besides everything I was saying, I recorded some I recorded some vlogs. This is the channel, by the way. This is the link for that. So I haven't posted anything. Yeah. I haven't posted anything since like months ago, because that's when I was working at Target, and then like I said, I was moving and I was having a hard time. So I just did not post much, but I did I recorded some clips I had to put together later, most likely tomorrow or so, or that's the goal. And I show you guys how how I do my makeup ish, like how I put my wig, before my wig, after the wig. I show you a little bit around my station. I show you my day after, and I tend to show around Milwaukee area. Thank you. And it's just gonna be just a little bit more of me, so I can do not only tarot, like I love to cook and whatnot, so I can show you how I cook, and like a little vlog-ish channel, so you guys can get to know me. So and I can actually eventually present you my fiance and all that, but I just don't want it in this channel because it's just for tarot. And even though that I do story times and that's gonna continue doing and I love doing this, you know, I don't want people to feel like I'm mixing a bunch of stuff. So it's gonna be like a family channel over there in a way, more and daily stuff that I do, and then this one is gonna be just, thank you, baby, my tarot readings. Can I just take this, please? Thank you. But thank you so much for subscribing. Again, I have a bunch of clips. I just got to put them together. But yeah, that is. And there's one vlog that has been like months since I posted it. But yeah, um, I'll be posting some more over there. It's gonna be short, you know, stuff. But yeah, it is. It's not a cup actually. It's like, you know, like the Starbucks things that you put. I forgot how you call them, but that's like the Starbucks kind of cups that they sell for like so much money. I got it. I just take off the lid, but I got this on Five Below for like $5, and it looks identical. Yes, tumbler. So it's like the Starbucks tumbler, pretty physically looking like that. They actually are the same size. It's just not, does not have Starbucks, and it's like $5 on Five Below. And I've been having this for like a couple months now. I just like it without the the lid. I don't know. And this is the one I use when I do readings because I do so many readings that I need a lot of water. Because when I got COVID, I had COVID last year or almost 2 years now. And when I had COVID, I lost my voice. I was working here doing videos with COVID. And then after that, my voice disappeared. Like, bro, no voice. And every time I get sick, even if it's allergies or the flu, my voice gets affected. Like, I cough nonstop and my voice gets affected, especially also that I work here. But COVID messed up that, and every time I get sick, that affects me. Look what I got, guys. So, I got this at the dollar store, right? The same thing over here. And I'm gonna do a special thing for Easter for readings. So I just need to have time to put it together, but I'm excited. I'm excited. Wait. Yeah. Honestly, when I found out that I had COVID was because I couldn't smell nothing. Like my boyfriend was like, smell my armpits, and I did nothing, and I couldn't taste nothing, and it's so weird. And then, you know, I was posted positive, and the weird thing that I even got vaccinated, and I still got it. Nobody else got sick because everybody got tested. I was out of work for 2 weeks. And then on my week that I came back to Target when I used to work there, I lost my voice. No voice. Like, literally no voice. And I was forced to go to work, and they were trying to force me to speak when I didn't have a voice because they thought I was lying. I'm like, bro, I don't have a voice. You can't fake not having a voice, because when you try, it's like a dry sound. And that's why people ask me, like, why do you always cough when you get sick? Is because of that. Since that it happens. Oh my god, I'm so sorry if you hear that. Oh my god, Jean. I actually started losing hair on the sides. I started losing hair on the sides, and I did thin. My hair got thin too, Jean, but because I have so much hair, it was the only thing that it wasn't as as thick, but it was not noticeable. But I noticed it on the ends, and I had my hair up to here when I got COVID, and I had to cut it because it got so thin. So now my hair is long, and that's why I wear wigs also, because I want to protect my hair. So I wanted it to grow, and I actually was able to do so. I also took biotin, so it did help me with that. Oh my god. Yeah. COVID effects like are terrible. Like, horrendous. Also, COVID messed up with my period. The flow, like it was a whole year before I even got it back, and I don't even get the same. It's different, and I take vitamins to help me with my cycle because since COVID it changed. Not saying that I want kids, but like And I told my doctor once, and they didn't believe me. They said that I wasn't even connected, and I'm like, bro. So I just didn't say it anymore because honestly, when you need stuff, sometimes I feel like nobody hears me, especially doctors. Yeah, my flow got super shorted. Like I'm not regular. I'm irregular, right? But I got a normal amount. And when I got that, and I got the shot specifically, when I got the vaccine, it changed. But then I got COVID and it actually disappeared. And then it went very light. Now I get a super light flow. And without the vitamins to promote my cycle, I don't get it. So I'm always doing that, and doctors find nothing wrong with me, and they're like, well, maybe it's your age. And because in my family, that, like, when they ask you about your family record and you tell them, in my family there is a record of like early menopause and whatnot, and they say that could be it, and I'm like, no, bro, not it. But I just do my own thing. Yeah, I take a lot of vitamin supplements, and I notice a change. And pretty regular. I even started after like COVID because of my period, what like was going away, whatever. I had a lot of acne, and I'm not saying that I didn't have acne because I had like occasional acne. My face is not perfect, and it can be because when I was younger, I had a lot of acne, but I had a lot of acne, back acne, and arm acne since that happened, and I'm like, what? And then they told me that it could be the thyroid and whatnot. They find nothing with that, and I'm like, I just didn't know what was wrong with me or how to fix it. So I just went with natural help, like vitamin supplements, and I noticed a change. So, and also I noticed that losing weight is helping me as well, for whatever reason. That's lucky, Karen. Oh yeah, Jean, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is for me. I was like, okay. But there's vitamin supplements that helps. So I found it. Luckily, I looked up online, and I was able to find some like supplements. And also like I said, working out and like some certain exercises did help me as well. Okay, so before I go, let me just give you a card to you guys, and then I'll be going. So, because my boyfriend wants to lay down and he's watching my baby, so please send me an emoji so I can actually go in order, so I don't miss anybody. I'm gonna be giving one card to you guys, and I actually had it, Karen, after with the vaccine. But actually, I think it was like very, very hard for me to not get it because I did work retail. So I was just like, meant to get it at the time. Okay, let's see, Karen. Let's see what the universe has for you. What card? Karen, you have the page, the page of cups right here. It seems right here that this could be two different things, but it's giving me that this could be a new love opportunity coming your way, a new love offering coming your way, not necessarily from somebody from the past only. This could be somebody completely new. Also, as well, I heard rejuvenating. I feel like there's going to be energies that's going to be actually rejuvenating you, as well as, of course, I know about your situation, and they're calling it illness. You're going to actually be recovered, and you're going to eventually feel better than ever. You're no longer gonna feel like you have to wear many hats. You're no longer gonna feel like you are stuck on any way, shape, or form. I do feel like a new wave of positive energies coming your way, as well as a new wave of love opportunities is coming your way as well. That's what I'm getting right here. And I do feel like you have been going through the tower moment in which everything goes wrong. And I feel like you are actually ending that. And soon you're going to be reaching to the stars pretty much. So things are going to get better for you. Um, you're welcome. I do feel like towards, the like I'm gonna call it the warmer weather because I go by where I live. But I do feel like May down is gonna be things are gonna get better, even though that things are taking a little bit. Things will go with the flow. You just got to let things happen at its time. We got Sylvia go. Let's see. We got here for you the world here. This is Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Sagittarius energy as well. So the world right here, it seems right here that new opportunities are coming your way. This is new beginnings in any way, shape, or form as well. I also see that surprises may find you. This could be disguised as challenges, but this could actually, at the end of the day, be like a blessing in disguise. Also, this could be an opportunity for you to travel and see the world, or just travel in any way, shape, or form. This could be a new opportunity for you to relocate when it comes to work, or do something that, I don't know, makes you happy when it comes to career as well. I do feel like it feels like sometimes you have been trying a lot, and I don't know why I want to give you more, but oh, thank you so much, Karen. You have been trying a lot, and I feel like often you feel like you haven't paid off. And I do feel like at times I do feel like you went to college or whatever it is that you did put a lot of effort when it comes to your studies or education. And at times it feels like you're welcome. At times you feel like, like you did it that I feel like this is just like the thought like everybody has. I just want to be specific. That sometimes you work and you go to college and you have all these student loans and whatnot, and you go like, oh my God, did I even make the right decisions? Because it feels like at times you feel like whatever they want to pay you is not what it's worth. It's not what is was worth it, because you spend so much time, money, effort into what you're doing that what they're offering you to pay you is like you can get that at a gas station kind of energy, like of course it's not that, but it's just like you feel like, oh, I have so much things to do and you want to pay me this. So either way, whatever that was, it's telling you that things are gonna get better and you're gonna get a proper job that pays what it's worth, and you're gonna be able to be not only happy but not living in stress. And I don't feel like you're stressed every single day, but we have the human stress, and I do feel like it's going to come to an end. The weight of the world and your shoulders is gonna end. So I do feel like that is something coming your way. You could actually receive a call or some sort of opportunities. I do see number 3. This could be 3 months or 3 weeks as well. It's talking about July and October being important for you in any way, shape, or form. Um, so it's pretty much what it's telling me right here. It's not even talking about love. It's more talking about your future, which is like what you have been worrying about. Because again, you have studying loans, like student loans and whatnot, and people just don't want to pay you what you are worth. And you're gonna find that, as well as maybe relocating. I feel like the job that you want or the job that you're gonna get, maybe like let's say for example, a teacher in Korea, a teacher in overseas. For example, this could be an opportunity that shows up at your doorstep, for example, and you will take it. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, Daisy, so much. But of course, I'm not saying that you're a teacher. I'm just giving you an explanation of what I mean. And I'm glad it makes you feel better. We have Elise right here. Let's see. So we feel right here, we got the Two of Pentacles and reverse towards Virgo Capricorn. I feel that, I feel like something is holding you back when it comes to love. At the same time, something is holding you back when it comes to this financial stability. I do feel that often you double guess yourself when it comes to making decisions. At the same time, I see that it's hard for you to move past someone or past something. Yeah, I do see you. I see you, Sylvia, like going overseas for what because where I live, I'm calling it overseas. But I feel like you are going to be able to do like an internship or something of a year or two, maybe 3 years in a different country. I do see like, for example, I do see being like the Asian country, like, for example, Korea, China, Philippines, something like that. I don't know, English teacher or something. That's what I saw. Again, doesn't mean it is, but I don't know. Like this is like what I see for you. I don't know why. But oh, thank you so much, Sylvia. But either way, going back to Elise right here, I feel like it's hard for you, Elise, to pass by someone. I feel like this could be grieving someone just yet, but I do feel right here that it's not like you're not ready, or it's not like you are actually not wanting to move on. It's just like your heart is healing at its own pace, because whenever we are grieving someone, even if they're alive or not, it's like we are erasing memories and coming to, let's say, comfort, and to that those situations in life, they're no longer going to happen, and that they're just memories. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's what I'm trying to explain now. When it comes to your financials right here, I do feel that there's gonna be, if you want your financial situation to improve, and who doesn't want to, right? It's telling you right here that you need to move, like whatever it is that you are seeking or looking for. And it's not saying that move literally, it's just like go after whatever it is that you want. If that is a situation, this could also be a tiny bit as maybe if you want that promotion, go after, talk to somebody to get that promotion. Or if you want a different kind of change in your job, maybe find some other company that could give you that. But it's just going after what you want. It's not just saying like, oh, I'm gonna wait for whenever I'm ready. Like I always say, this is a phrase that I learned from The Office USA. There's always a reason to not do something. So if you want some sort of change, and if you want a fresh breeze of air, there is possibilities. You just gotta feel that you're able to go get it. But at the same time right here, I do feel like there's no need to put pressure. Hi. There's no need to put pressure into healing and moving on quick. I do feel like people be like, oh, it's so many years, or it's been so many months, you need to move on. I feel like the heart needs to come to conclusion, and to like, okay, I need to let go, but I won't forget, because I feel like you may be afraid of forgetting somebody, and I feel like that is not something that you need to worry about, because you're not gonna forget anybody. And wanting to move on and restart your life in any way, shape, or form is nothing to be ashamed of. And you should not listen to anybody that says, oh, you need to stay single forever, because that's not how it works. If somebody walk away from your life, or is no longer on this earth, in this realm, you have the right to move on. There's no feeling guilty or anything, because at the end of the day, there's nothing that we can do. So do it whenever you're ready, but don't hold back on anything just because somebody else tells you that you need to do it either or today, or not do it at all, you know? You're so welcome, Elise. But at the end of the day, I do feel like be more confident over yourself. I don't know what clothing are you gonna wear, but I feel like black and dark brown are the best colors. Um, Try not to wear. I'm not saying that you wear red lipstick, but try not to wear anything very bright. I'm talking about eyeshadow or lipstick or so, because this actually gives the impression to whoever is interviewing you that, and this is just what the cards are telling me, because I know nothing about interviews, giving the impression that you can't focus, or that you're gonna take away the focus in the job environment. So make sure that whatever colors you wear are either or like greenish, like a mint green, or wear like a nude lipstick. But again, be confident, and also try to look like, use nude colors, just to make sure that they could actually see you and not get entertained with any other shade, either or, if it's a bracelet or so. Black suit, new lipstick, white shirt. Yeah, that's perfect. Love you too. But yeah, that's perfect. Exactly. They're telling me talk to them like you already got the job. Like if you know that they want you, like that you already got the job. They're saying that they're telling me that they're gonna ask you like, why will we hire you? like pretty much giving you the underline of like, what can you bring to the table that nobody else can? And the way you answer that, don't only say that you're a hard worker, because everybody says that. That's what they're telling me. Literally show confidence, and of course add that line, but show confidence and start the line with something else. Lessons for you too, boo. Oh, we got Jane right here. Let's see for Jane. Let's see. So Jean, we got the death card, Scorpio energy. Don't be too scared. The death card is not always just that. It's talking about recovering. Not only talking about recovering from an illness, right? You were talking about COVID and how it has affected you. It's talking about recovering that, right? Of course, but it's also talking about recovering spiritually, physically. I feel like you have always taken care of everybody. You have always taken care of everybody but yourself. And I'm not gonna say the cliche thing of like put yourself first, because we all know that. It's talking about like you need to understand that whenever people offer you help, right? It's okay for you to accept that help. Um, you don't have to think that you have to pay back, because your energy say like, oh, I'm gonna let them help me, but I gotta pay them back. Like for example, you will cook a dish, or you're gonna tell them like, hey, whatever you need, let me know. Like sometimes the universe wants to pamper you and help you, and that's it. You don't always need to give back, because you already have. And it's hard for you to accept aid or to ask for it, because it's like you don't like to owe anything to anybody, but at the same time your energy say, I can do everything on myself, like by myself, because I'm independent. And being independent doesn't always mean that you have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders only. Keep in mind that the way that the universe will help you at times is by sending people to help you in ways that you maybe asked the universe or maybe thought about it. Keep in mind that the universe is an essence, and they don't always can come directly towards you, so they will actually do what's more common, which is giving you the help through human hands, you know. So at this point, whenever somebody wants to help you, allow it, and allow yourself to rejuvenate by taking day by day, and don't worry too much, because I feel like yes, worrying is a thing and stressing is a thing, but when you worry about too much about a situation, you're not making it any better, and sometimes there's situations that you can't do anything about it. So at this point, worrying about what you can't change is just making you miserable. It's just making you miserable. And for example, like I always put myself an example, when I have issues with my car and issues with, you know, financial situations, all I can do is to not try to worry about it, because I already know what's going on, I already know what needs to be done, and I do it. But making my days miserable is not going to help my mental health, or maybe my thinking, and I might not be able to maybe find a solution as fast as I could when I'm stressed out. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, also stressing, overthinking could cause you losing your hair as well, because I feel like as you shared with us the situation, I feel like you think like everybody noticed, and I don't think everybody noticed as much as you. And I feel like you are just very critical over yourself, and also by continue to think that something is wrong with you makes it obvious to your eyes, and this could actually make your body listen to your stress and causes it. So at this point, wear your wigs with pride, wear it as an opportunity to change your style without dyeing your hair, without damaging it. Keep in mind that one thing, hair does not add or take anything from you, because you're beautiful inside and out. Of course, it's a personal choice, and I totally understand you. But keep in mind that you are more than hair, you're more than that. And at the end of the day, we live in a society that now we can get human hair wigs, you know, and you can look exactly the same while your hair little by little gets better. So at this point, don't overthink about situations, let things go, and your hair and everything that maybe that you feel that might be wrong with your health is going to be better, but you need to allow that to happen, as well as when somebody wants to help you, allow it. It's not like you owe anything. That's the way they help you. With the Seven of Cups in the reverse right here, it's telling you right here that maybe I feel like maybe in love has I don't know why I give you two cards, it's just the universe telling me this, but I feel like in love you have felt like your cup has never been filled. Like it feels like you're always holding a cup and nobody wants to fill your cup. And you always be like, is it because I'm not worth filling up my cup? It's not that. It's just like sometimes um there's two things. Sometimes the universe utilizes us as a vessel, and when we are healers, half of the time we tend to help others, and sometimes we don't get much in return. And the same time is, whenever we get in return, we are so used to not do it or not receive it that we double guess it. We cannot actually find love in an energy that cannot love themselves. So whoever person you have encountered in your life and you feel like, why can't they fill back my cup if I give it everything? This is what I tell people. You can literally give your right arm. And sometimes people who are ungrateful are just that, ungrateful. So at this point, don't be afraid to love again, and don't be too hard on yourself saying like, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that. Because at the end of the day, all you got is that you tried. You are the good person, and don't be ashamed of loving the way you do. Just feel free and independent as you are to walk away from people who cannot fill your cup back, or at least help you hold the mug, because these people are just takers. And by this said, you do your thing, don't regret it, but walk away when they're not giving you back what you give. Sometimes these people show up in your life, Jane, just for you to change their life. You make them a better person and they give you awareness. But sometimes it's hard for you to walk away because you feel like you can't change an energy. Sometimes we can't change energies. They can change on their own. The best thing you can do is know that you tried and know that you did the right thing. Because at the end of the day, good deeds that you do is received back, or is get back, or you're gonna get it back as good karma. Because even if the humans don't appreciate it, the universe will, and you're gonna be rewarded 10 times more. So don't worry about people who don't appreciate you. They're going to feel your absence. You're gonna be rewarded when time is right. And nothing is better than being the person you are, knowing that you love the way you love, and people who don't appreciate that will never receive any kind of love the same way you give them. That's my son, because he wants Thomas, and we put Thomas.
How are you?
What's up?
I'm okay.
You heard it? He wants Thomas though. Even though that we have Thomas, he wants Thomas. Now, let's see who I'm missing. Elise, Sylvia. Oh, I think I did all then. Oh, I see Daisy now. Let's see Daisy. Daisy. Let's see what card comes. And the other one? 2 cards. Let's see. I do see Libra energies. Oh my goodness. Libra energies the most here for you. And it's giving right here that whenever you make a decision, stick with it. We got the 7 of Pentacles, but if you see, she's holding that and she's actually hitting the target. As the Empress, it's not only about just, I don't chase, I attract. It's also by sticking up by your decisions. I do understand that sometimes we want to be chased or do something or say something just to see if the person reacts. But at this point, it's giving you that as the Queen of Hearts / the Empress, right? It's telling you right here that whenever you embrace the divine energy, whenever you say something or do something, you need to stick by it, because otherwise that divine energy that you have as the divine feminine energy is not going to be in your daily life if you continue to be like, oh, I don't want to talk to you anymore, but then they talk to you and you break that. So whenever you make decisions as the divine feminine energy, you need to be 100% that once is a decision you want to make, and second, that you're going to stick with it, because with big power there is big responsibilities. It seems right here that there's an important event that is going to require that situation. That if you're going to end something or if you're going to go for something, make sure that you stick by it because it will literally affect your future. That's why it's so important whenever we choose our partners, because it's not only a romantic thing, it also affects you as a daily your daily life. How many people have been like horrendously heartbroken by someone, and the whole aesthetic and the whole essence as who they used to be changed, changing how they took care of themselves, changing how they work. So you want to make sure that whenever you make the decision into loving or allowing people in your life, this could be in lovers and friendships as well as maybe work, you need to make sure that it's the best for you and it's going to be actually matching that energy of the Empress. Otherwise, it could affect your future in a negative way. So every time you make decisions, do it as the divine feminine energy because it'll affect your future. The world. No, to finalize, let's go with Kieran, and then I can actually end the live. Let's see, Kieran. With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Three of Swords in the reverse right here, because we got Taurus, we got Capricorn, as well as Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I do feel like you feel unlucky. At times, this could be because of love and because of how things have been happening in your life. Um, Sometimes you feel helpless, or you could feel like unworthy of things because you feel like sometimes no matter how much you try or how many the things that happen, right? You feel like it's like you feel alone, like nobody takes care of you, nobody appreciates who you are. And I do feel right here is because sorry guys, I'm just getting really sick. It's just because sometimes the biggest blessing or the biggest breakthrough comes after the roughest situations. I do feel like you have thought like some people have walked away from your life or people don't appreciate you, right? No, I'm actually kind of getting sick. I feel like it's the weather change because it's actually getting warm, but it gets warm warm one day, the next day it gets cold. And I'm not talking about like 2 degrees. I'm talking about like today's 30 degrees and tomorrow could be -1. You know, like it's like cray. So me dealing with that because when I cook, I have to open the windows sometimes and or go to school or go out to do stuff. It affects me. And especially like I do suffer from allergies, but it's just the weather change that it's like inconsistent. Like it messes me up. A little bit. Yeah, I have that, and it's crazy. It was because I take it right, and then it just makes my cold or whatever shorter, but I still get it. But anyway, going back to Karen, I feel like they walked away from your life. I'm sorry, Karen. Not because you're unworthy, it's because they're unworthy of you. I know that you have heard that the right person at the right time, or that they're coming. That you heard about all of that, but I do feel like a big breakthrough is coming, and the person who really deserves you is going to try. I do feel that a lot of things have happened in your life as lessons. Period. And I know that you feel like you are done with lessons. That you feel like, oh my God, all these people come into my life, and I feel like an Uber. It's not that. It's just like there's lessons that needed to be learned because otherwise you wouldn't have actually done it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you haven't had heartbroken with that person, somebody else would have done it. You know, because it's like a lesson, not by the person, but the situation is the important thing. Now, I do feel like things are not going your way. for a long time, I do feel like it's giving me three. This could be in March, this could be 3 weeks or 3 months. That's when you're gonna experience the biggest breakthrough and things are gonna start going your way once again. There's also an important letter coming your way. This is going to fulfill a certain emotion that has been making you feel that you are either or broke or feeling that you are quite worried. I know it's not with love, but it's giving me this, that you're gonna be receiving a letter in the mail that is going to relieve a certain situation, and you're gonna feel a little bit better about money for this giving me. But at the same time, it's also talking about a specific person that starts with letter A, and that this person is coming your way. This is a new person, most likely. The number three could be related to the money as well as with this individual. Like I said before, I'm picking up multiple things for you. But coming from this is a new person, or a person who likes poetry, who likes to sing, who likes to write lyrics, or who enjoys writing. I do feel like this person is not only gonna text you, but this person could actually enjoy writing letters for you. So at this point, keep in mind that the main thing is just to focus on yourself and telling you that you are not unworthy. You're just too good for certain people. You sometimes are too good for your own good. So these people come into your life, you change their life, they changed you, but at the same time, this allows you to break some sort of karma because you learned the lessons, meaning that you will never go through it again. And whenever it happens, you're able to recognize the red flags and walk away. Because before that, if you wouldn't have gone through those lessons, the red flags would continue to pop into your life and you continue to feel that there's something else. So from now on, whenever you see this kind of red flag, and I can see by your comments, you have become a very independent person, very strong, and you're not even afraid to cut people off anymore. That wouldn't have happened if you haven't gone through the situations that you went through, which you don't deserve it, but the universe thought it was necessary. This is also connected to past life karma that needs to be broken. So keep in mind that we don't only carry the karma from this lifetime, we carry from the past ones, and this is the lifetime that we need to break them, especially when we woke. So at this point, that's why it had happened, but you are actually going to go to a better energy within a couple months or a couple weeks. But I do feel like there is something that's actually coming your way that's going to, I do feel like it's going to make you happy emotionally, and it's going to bring some sort of relief as well. But at this point, you're no longer afraid of losing people, though I'm not afraid of losing you. So at this point, you have become better at that, and that was the point. Because I feel like back then, Karen, people will take your kindness for weakness, and now it doesn't happen like that. Because when you see patterns, you cut them off before it happens. People call you cold, you're not cold, you're just wise. Hold on, I'll go with you in a minute, better. I'm just reading everything because I just got back sidetrack. Let me go with Barb real quick, and then Barb is gonna make my last one so I can go get some medicine. So yeah, I know. We got the 8 of Wands and reverse, the 7 of Cups, and we got the 9 of Pentacles and reverse. This is giving Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and for the 9 of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as well. So yeah, I can see things are not going your way. Thank you. I feel like yeah, things are just moving super slow. Things can it's like bad thing after bad thing after bad thing, and I feel like you're like what is going on in my life because you want options, but it feels like you are running out of options instead of getting options. I do feel like you feel like you're alone or that things are not going like of course things are not going your way. At times you feel like, oh my god, I don't know if I will have the money to continue to go through this. I do feel that there is a blockage in your energies. First of all, I will highly recommend you to do Reiki, or if you can't do that, just get Florida water and spray around the house, spray it on yourself too, because I feel like it's just like some jealousy. I don't know if somebody sent you jealousy, like evil eye. I do feel as well is that there's things that um I don't know if you rent or if you have a house, but if you rent is because I feel like you have issues with your fridge, and you may have issues with your thermostat I think it's called. um if you rent, is because it's the only way that your landlord is going to fix it. If something is working okay, you know how landlords are, and I feel like this appliances can be quite old and they need to be changed, and I feel like the only way that is going to happen is because of that. If that is the reason, it's going to be a blessing in disguise, because you're going to actually have to get your new ones and you're not going to suffer from that anymore. I do feel like there is like some evil eye going on. It could be a female, because the sadly the biggest enemy of a female is another female, whatever reason. And I do feel right here that things will get better, but I do feel like you need to do a limpia in your house. It's most likely Florida water, get a sage and all that. I do feel like if you can open your windows, not open your windows like if it's super cold, but like at least get the curtains out of the way so a lot of light gets in your house, so it cleanses everything. If you're able to open the windows, do it as well. But there's definitely some evil eye going on. Most likely with the appliances that I'm seeing is like kitchen, and so it's just because they're kind of old and they need some sort of fixing. It's something with the engine, um, and either or they're gonna change the fan, which is the motor or whatever, or they're gonna change the whole thing. That's gonna be a blessing in disguise as well. But I do feel like there is some like evil eye going on. It's not giving me a lot, but I feel like your energies are very blocked, and this is like somebody who maybe wants you to struggle, and I feel like they're succeeding unfortunately in that way. But everything is breakable. Just do that, and things should actually go better or get better. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. I do feel after you cleanse this and and you bless everything, things are gonna get better, and it's like things are gonna get better. Like you're gonna receive the letter, you're gonna actually everything is gonna be lighter, and things are going to happen back to back to back. Maybe you can actually buy it's an incienso or an incense that's called against jealousy, and I feel like that will work the best for you. That happened to me not too long ago, and as soon as I got that, everything just cleared out and everything went my way. um, but spirit Florida water is it's amazing, as well as bay leaves. I don't know. I'm gonna show you something real quick. This is old candle that I use completely, right. I put some sea salt in it, and I put my bay leaves. I write intentions in my bay leaves, and then I burn them, and then I let them be there, and they're blessed and protected. And this also can bring positive energies into your home, and it's a way of doing it on a budget as I told you, like get sage. You can also get a candle that smells like sage. Dragon's blood incense is amazing, as well as dragon's blood in candle as well. They actually, if you can burn candles, they come in liquids as well that you can just spray it around. Um, there's also shampoos and soaps. If you can't do like candles or that, there's soaps that come with it that you can actually cleanse yourself. So there's multiple things that you can do. I feel like this is like a blonde lady. This lady has like wavy or curly hair. I'm not saying if she's naturally blonde or so, but it's like they're sending you evil eye, and this has nothing to do with being a witch or anything necessarily. It's just pure jealousy surrounding you. So I think those are options that you can try, and things are gonna feel better. for you, as well as put a bay leaf under your pillow, and you're gonna have better nights when it comes to sleeping. And if somebody's trying to spiritual attack you in any way to perform, is gonna be blocked. No, I didn't. Because the thing is, like, when I get messages, I just go, and even if I'm looking, I'm not looking. I'm just receiving messages. So once I'm done, that's when I look, and that's why I backtrack sometimes, because I missed a lot of things. Yeah, if you can actually burn the candle, or so, get the soap. I get them off of Amazon. Like, they're actually a third party. I don't work for them or anything, of course, but that's what I've seen them. As well as if you're able to go to your local mystic shop, even better. But those are options that you can do, and you can just cleanse yourself and keep a bay leaf in your purse, and you remove all negative energies from you. As well as what I told you with the bay leaf. But I also feel, um, Barb, just get your landlord or manager to check the plugs in your wall. I feel like there's something with the electricity that could be messing up your stuff, because it's too much electronics. I feel like if you have an AC unit, that could actually like burn out of nowhere, as well as some sort of like, I see like a fan or something, and it makes no sense. So I do feel like there is a fuse. My son just. What is that? It's like the keyboard. My computer just. My son did that. No, go over there. Go with daddy. It's okay. He's fixing it. Daddy's fixing it. But I do feel like, once again, check the fuse of your apartment, because I feel like something's off, because it's too many things breaking and burning out of nowhere. So I feel like you need to get that checked. They need to, because otherwise things are gonna continue. If you get a new stuff, it could even like. So I feel like it's just yeah, exactly that. The circuits or breakers or something, they need to check it. I feel like something is off. Besides what I told you, something is off too, because it's not always all about spirituality. Sometimes it's just livelihood things, but I feel like it could be both.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, he's perfectly fine. He just go over there. He just pushed the keyboard. Hi, yeah. He just pushed the keyboard, because he likes to push the keyboard so he can play with his little train, and he pushed too much with his hand, and he fell. But my son is totally fine. It was just my poor computer. He just pushed the keyboard. Is the keyboard okay? Like, yeah, maybe. But yeah, just double check it. Double check that. Yeah, do that too, Barb. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end the live so so I can actually check what's going on with the computer and get some medicine. Thank you so much for being here. Have a lovely night. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to do it again. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing amazing. But yeah, I think I need to get some medicine. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I hope so too. But everything's gonna be fine, you know. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Maybe move like the keyboard so he can play with the train so he don't push the keyboard anymore. But anyways, guys, thank you so much, guys. Have an amazing day. Thank you for the nice wishes and many blessings for all of you. Bye.